back in his hands. But a lot of distance to cover. And not going to get much of it at all. Shox takes him down. Good start, G2 on the pistol. And look at this. Apex is already going to try and play the crowd.
Nice and clean there from the boys. So this is really scary. The weapon situation doesn't look as dire as it could be for NIP. And Draken making his way very quickly up mid. They know that was coming. The smoke's come in. He's taken a blind shot through the smoke. He'll have to drop back and find another duel elsewhere. Looks like they want to take over Boiler very quickly. And Kenny's going to have some angry ninjas in his face very soon.
Oh, that is fast.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Think you get pretty high. Okay, yes, they're big guns, but it's a scary thought to lose economy to just Glocks. And zero purchases at all from NIP. So the MP9 is lethal, and he's getting aggressive with it as well. That range is a bit of a problem because he's used a lot of ammunition, has to get a reload in, manages to do so. If he gets an ace with an MP9, I'm going to start buying it more often, Chad. What a gun.
He's the bank for the team right now, man. You know, all he's doing is putting those pennies aside for a rainy day when they need to bring out an ult for Kenny at some point. Of flashes was hugely effective. But Shox taking a duel down mid. Another frag for him. He's going to find Draken in rotation. And now the number advantage once again in favor of G2.
It was a strat we saw yesterday as well from G2 that they smoked off the inside of the site, walled it, and took pit. So keep an eye for that when we swap over as well. But Shox, speaking of pit, will be there now to try and hold off the approach from apartments and Diggity. As they start to work in that direction, they line up perfectly. Shox, one through the other. He'll stitch them together with bullets from the M4, but it's Rez that gets the shot back. Kenny doesn't care, finds out exactly where default is. Accuracy, 2 kills. As Get Right says, enough is enough, I'm going. Flashes through, jumps behind the smoke rather than into the pit itself. And Body will lose track of the angle because I'm not sure that he's going to recognize that Get Right has gone below and hasn't needed to wrap around from Diggity, and therefore is already closer, which means when he jumps up, Body's able to see him without his shot coming against him, and he gets 2 headshots dropping. Bomb, Forest suddenly realizes that the deficit has grown and they've lost the opening that they had, has to clutch it back, can't do so. 11-3 now for G2.
That was sick by Body. You love those kind of players just
around. And this time I can say with authority, Get Right has not needed to move. He'll anchor the A side. He stayed where he was to begin with. As MBK evaluates how best to approach the situation, Shox goes all the way back with a single flash to try and get him inside of Banana. But as I mentioned, 4 players there. It's going to be a hard task. What? Jumps in, finds Red, snaps back, low HP on Drake, and the flash pushes them back. Suddenly, they've got ground to walk on. And they know Exist didn't get back in the site. MBK knows he's behind the sandbags alone.
This is doable now, Matthew. The fact that Nathan has jumped in there, grabbed 2 opening kills, and Shox is also running up towards A, making a bit of noise. Get Right is close. He's going to pick out now. He's going to go for the duel. He's going to take down Shox. And MBK has to find the last 3 frags here if he wants any chance in this round.
Smart read from Get Right to hear the sounds, to recognize that he was looking at A but ran back, which meant they were going B on low time and peaked immediately. They shut it down, but yeah, I got to give NBK credit. Jumping in to hit the first headshot and then immediately snapping back. That made things awkward.
This is where we see
2 kills found from Get Right at useless.
2 on 5. What's happening there? That is a big blunder from G2. That push coming in. The aggression was fine, but the fact that they're not able to convert, the fact that they let this spiral in this direction, maybe miscommunication. Body, when he went for that push, he didn't need to. They already had 2 players in B, right? What's he pushing for? You know at that point in time, if it's not going to be B, you have 2 guys in the site, you have to expect it to be A. You should have been leaning back towards Squeaky Door, back towards the A bomb site. If you think they're saving, who cares? You want to win the round, let's get them on the board. Don't worry so much about taking those guns away. They will
try and open up the B site against NBK with the secondary op. Missed shot. The shoulder bait, they've actually crossed on it. He's realized it late, flashed off, can still go for a peek fast, and a fast flick. He does exactly that to Rez. Draken will try to claw back space, but with no time, he's just going to save the AWP instead. Better call. He could still be careful though, because, okay, never mind. Excuse me, I thought Kenny was a lot closer.
He probably could have risked going for that pick.
Oh, Kenny!
Wow.
He took the first shot. I didn't think he'd get another in. It's through the door after the time.
Yeah, not so much of a big deal, because
Body on the box.
There's no time, Matt. There's no time.
There's very little time. Enough time that they can spray them down. Good response from Draka, but it's too late. Bomb's on the deck. Bomb is on the deck with 8 seconds. It's done. It's already over. G2 are going to the finals 2-0 against NIP in Malmö, defending champions. Unable to succeed this time against their French counterpart.
Well, Apex really happy there. A little dance towards the end. That was some good counter-strike coming out from both squads.
He's still alive. Don't know it's an inside play, but Drent can hit the shots here.
It was the gun butt sticking up off his holster.
Oh!
A Dren. He's gone down. It's going to be Doja that's found. He falls off the train just in due time as Cajun, he's able to grab the bomb back. But watch for a Dren to push up. Finds Volda. Low HP on Cajun B. He's only got 3. As a Dren shuffles over, he's not kept track of where he's gone, misses the jump to the high pillar. And now it's beside him. He had no idea he was there, and it's 3 straight rounds in overtime for North.
What an nav armor for the Gambit side. Mo with the smoke and flashbang. He's got an HE as well. No defuse gets for North. They're fully protected with Kevlar across the board.
Aiden, AZ out, AZ out! Crazy AZ as he takes down Doja as well. Config finds Hobbit and forget the pistol going. Gambit's way bomb is down. Mo versus 5.
How has he done that?
Next round. But outside of that, there's going to be some players who are lacking certain things. So they're going to have to decide if they want to double save here, if they want to go for, a decent buy with Kenny having an AWP.
Listen, I know I was waving the North flag earlier, but I kind of want to see them peek top mid here just because this setup is so cool. Gonna be a bit of a flashbang into the middle, and unfortunately for G2, nobody's there. In fact, Config with an absolutely ridiculous 4-man MSN on Config. That B-bomb side duo now is the time, but NBK will take down a big kill for the double, leaving Config alone in a 1 versus 2, trying to get through the smoke. He gets a headshot on Shox, and NBK's in the pit, and Config knows it. Jumping up in the graveyard and looking for the angle, and there's NBK gone down. Config with a big 1 versus 2. Gonna be going straight for the defuse here. These rounds are so uncomfortably close.
They really are.
It really feels like for North to win a round, it just takes a... Oh no, what are we seeing here?
He's just messing with them. Looking to see if there's anything, if they're going to push, if they're going to shoot.
Well,
you're making noise that make it sound like you land in the window. See if they push, see if there's any kind of reaction, anything to the spam you're putting out. G2 just holding the fort down. Oh, there it is. You hate that if you're shocked. Now the body follow-up. Is Config going to be ready for that? He is, but can't win the fight. Nice reaction from...
And there's the headshot, and it's all on Cajun B. 20 seconds in a 1 versus 4 here. G2 Esports have played an incredible tournament, and they're just 1 kill away, and it's gonna happen. 16-9 as G2 are your DreamHack Masters champions. Amazing.
From start to finish in these games, G2 has looked so focused.